Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another week's entrepreneurial life update. If you're new here, hi, hello, wagwan. Why don't you stay and join us on this journey? Click that subscription button and then click the notification bell. Because if you don't do that, oh, you're gonna know I'm post another video. You're not gonna know. It's just not. So click that bell and stay around to join our journey. So last week I spoke about the importance of money. And this week we're going to continue. We're going to build on that. Now, I think I said last week, what is the most important things that you need in order to start out with business. That is what I touched on last week. And this week we're going to talk about something that I was confused. I shouldn't say confused. Something that I thought about myself before I started out in business, and something that I actually get questions on. And that is, can I start a business with no money? So that is what we're going to talk about today. The realistics are, of starting out in business with no money. Now, before I get into that, let me just say hi again. I'm Kim, CEO of Island Queens Cosmetics. There's a link in my description bar. If you want to check out what it is that I do, just go ahead and click it. Just browse, check it out. And if you like what you see, why don't you just go ahead as well and place an order. So yeah, so now let's just get into this video. So if you see me looking down, that's because I have myself a notebook. I am new to YouTube, and this helps me to stay on point. With what it is that I want to share with you guys, what it is I want to update you guys about me and my business and this fantastic journey that I am on. Now, if you've clicked on this video, it simply means to me that you want to be able to start out on your own journey. And something that I've realized is during this pandemic, during this what we consider in the 20th century as the 21st century as a catastrophe, like it's just messed so many people's lives up. Is the importance of entrepreneurs, the importance of realizing your dream, because you just never know what can happen. You just never know when your family's livelihood will just be snatched away. And for me, I feel as if this particular moment in time is a wake-up call for all of us who's ever wanted to start out in business. This is the moment where we should be standing up, not sitting down, but standing up and going forward to achieve all the dreams that we have. Now, I am not going to stay any longer rambling on. I'm just going to give you guys the points. So this week we have 5 things that we're going to be talking about. And again, it's, can I start a business with no money? We're going to touch on that for number 1. Number 2, we're going to talk about the importance of money. Number 3, we're going to talk about the skills that you have, how you can develop them. And then number 5, we're going to talk about saving, something that I touched on last week as well. Again, if you see me looking down, it's because I have my notebook here and it has my notes and I want to stay on point. Now, that big question, can I start a business with no money? No. You can't, and I couldn't. And a lot of other entrepreneurs out there, they could not either. Even if they may have the misconcepted ideas that they were able to start a business with no money, I promise you they weren't. They have not taken into account, and myself included, I didn't take into account the fact that I needed a laptop or I needed a phone. I would need to pay for transport to go somewhere. I'd need to possibly buy the materials. I need to make a product. My living costs, bills that I have to pay, food that I have to buy, all these essentials that you need as a person to survive, but you also need for your business to get off the ground and for your business to run effectively, you do need money. So I'm not going to bully you and say to you, you know, you can't start a business with no money. For me personally, I feel like that would be lying. And I'm not going to do that. But I'm not saying that to tell you give up on your dreams. No, I ain't saying that. What I'm saying is, let's be honest. Let's get on this journey, this road towards success with a realistic mindset. And let's not think that it is possible to gain something for nothing. It is not possible. You know, he says, I bargained with life. There's a poem that says, I bargained with life with a penny, and life would pay me no more. So basically, if you are willing to input nothing, you will receive nothing. And I will put that quote in so you can see exactly what I mean when I say bargain with life with a penny, and life would pay you no more. And you'll understand what I mean. So yeah, just off the bat, no, you cannot. Let us not look at other self-made millionaires or billionaires when they say to you, I started out with nothing. Mate, you started out with a laptop. You started out with Wi-Fi. You had to pay for all of these. And if you're going to sit there and tell me that you did not have to pay for it, it simply means that you had a parent or a friend who had to pay for it. So again, you did not start out with no money. Someone invested in you for you to realize your dream. If you had no bills to pay, it simply means you was living with someone, and they allowed you that luxury to work on yourself, to invest in yourself, that time in yourself, and therefore you didn't have to go out and work that money. But I am being honest with you guys. You cannot start a business with no money. Let's just be real, okay? I'm being real with you guys, so let's be real with yourselves, okay? Then the other point is, why is money important? Now, I'm going to look down to say this because I wrote it out, mate. Let me just look down and read this one to you. Money can be considered as important as the things we consider to be essential to our lives. Money can be considered to be as important as food that we need to nourish our bodies, the water we need to hydrate our bodies. That is how important money can be considered to be. And the reason why I say that is because you need the money to buy all of those things. Now, you don't need to love money and become a slave to it. You need to be its master. You know what I mean? But you do need that money to acquire all the things that is essential for you to run and for you to start and to operate a business, and also for you to function normally. The money is important. Again, I stress it. You don't need to love money. You just need to understand the importance that it plays. Okay? Now, the other third point that I mentioned is how to acquire the money. Or for me, I feel like we are given natural talents. You know, we're not all the same. There's people that can sing, there's people that can dance, there's people that can sew, there's people that can translate. There's people that's fantastic at doing hair naturally, people that's fantastic at doing makeup naturally. They didn't have to go to a cosmetologist school. They just naturally know how to do these things, you know. So use the natural skills that you have to gain the money that you need. Now, if those skills that you have, like myself, are skills that you eventually want to turn into a business, then when you start out, you will be a bit rusty. Like myself, you know, here on YouTube, I could be considered to be a little bit rusty, you know. Use the money from the natural talent that you have, that you're currently starting out with. Use that money that you're going to be making, whether it be that you're singing 2-3 nights a week in in a club or a restaurant or whatever it may be, use that money that you're earning to help you to develop that skill, to take it like a lump of coal and clean it up and turn it into a diamond. So, like we're a lump of coal with our raw natural talent, and we're going to be using that raw natural talent to earn a bit of money and then use that money to reinvest in ourselves, to polish ourselves off so we can become like that diamond, and then we can earn more money because we've used a skill that we have. Now, if you consider yourself to not have a skill, don't worry. If you think that you don't have a natural talent, don't worry. The next point that I'm going to make would be for you, and in some cases it was also for me too, because I realized my own talents pretty late, I would say. So one of the things that I would say, if you want to acquire money but you have no, well, not that you don't have, but if you want to acquire money but you don't feel as if you have a talent or you have a skill, then you can get yourself a job. It could be part-time for a period, or it could be full-time for a period. So one of the things that I'm going to say, and again, I'm going to look down for this one, is you can get a job in a number of ways. Or a number of jobs you can acquire. But for me, I feel as if the most important thing when you're going for a job is to understand that whatever knowledge or whatever skills you have, it will reflect in the type of job that you acquire, and also the amount of money that you are paid. So if you have basically no qualifications or you have very limited skills, you will be able to acquire a job. Of course, there's a job for everyone. But you will not be earning a lot of money doing those jobs. And like I said, you will need a job because you need the money in order to start a business. However, if you understand this, you should also understand no job should be beneath you. For me, I came to understand no job was beneath me in 2013, I think it was, because for years before that, I had no job. I had nothing. I had basic qualifications. Stressing that, I had basic qualifications. And because I had basic qualifications, I had a dream about how much I wanted to earn, but I didn't understand that with the basic qualifications that I had, I would only be able to get a basic job. You know what I mean? I did not understand that concept. So I'm sharing that with you today, that you have to understand there is no job under the sun that you should consider as beneath you. When you are starting out in business, we also have to understand that in order for you to run, you first need to be able to crawl. And I'll use Usain Bolt as an example. When he wanted to become the number one, the fastest man on planet Earth, as a baby, he needed to learn how to crawl first. Do you know what I mean? And then he learned how to walk. And after learning how to walk, he learned how to run. And by nurturing that talent or that skill, he became the fastest man on earth. All right? So I'm just sharing that with you guys. Don't think that you're started from the bottom, you're going to remain there. No, we start from the bottom in order to get to the top. That's what I tell myself every single day, and I'm getting there. So yeah, we need to understand no job is beneath us, and in order for us to run, we need to start crawling. So in other words, in order for us to be a success, we need to start at the bottom, start out with the basics in order for us to achieve what we need. So if you have no skills, or you think you have no skills or no talent, then you can get jobs like in retail. Now, the reason why I mentioned retail is right off the bat is because one, most of my working experience is within retail. Now, within retail, there's a number of things that it will help you to do. One, it will help you to obviously, save the money that you need, whether it be on a part-time or full-time basis. Retail, you can work in retail, especially if you have a dream. When you're working in retail, you're able to choose your hours. It's a little bit more flexible than other industries, especially the hospitality industry. There's a lot more flexibility with the hours that you are able to work, and therefore you have more time to spend developing your business idea. One of the other reasons why I mentioned retail is basically a very hands-on, person to person type of job, and I feel as if that will enable to help you nurture your communications or develop your communication skills. It helped me a lot. I was really, really shy. I didn't like talking to people too much. And if I do speak to people, it would be people that is within my very, very close, tight circle. Those are the type of people that I would communicate with a lot more. And working in retail has helped me to develop my communications. So that's another reason. And, whatever business you may go into, communications will be vital for that. Even if you're not doing it on a face-to-face basis, communications is definitely vital. One of the other things that working in retail has done, it enabled me to polish what skills I already had. So for me, I absolutely love talking to people, motivating people, inspiring people. But I could only muster the courage to do that on a one-to-one basis. But working in retail and having to work with 20 or 30 people on a given day, and different people, and also communicating with people from Thailand or Singapore, from Portugal, from Spain, Italy, anywhere in the world, you name it. Working in the sector that I was in, or still am in, I was able to develop my communications. I was able to learn how to tailor the way I communicate with different people. So that's one of the reasons why I mentioned retail. Oh, a couple of the reasons why I mentioned retail. Something else that you can do, and sometimes you can do it from the own comfort of your home, or you can do it, just going to the client is babysitting. You can also do that. If you have a car, you can do deliveries. So Amazon is fantastic for that. You can, work with Amazon. I'm going to do another video on jobs, like listing a few jobs that you can actually do to help you to gain money towards the dreams that you actually have. So I'll do a separate video on that. Now, my fifth point that I wanted to make is, what are you going to do once you have a job? Now, I keep mentioning this here and there. One of the most important things that you need to do after acquiring a job is save. Save. Now, you're saying save. Okay. You have to have a clear, definite amount that you're going to need to start the business, run the business, your operations, until you start acquiring enough sales or whatever it may be, because I don't know what your business will be, but for me, it's until I acquire enough sales to start seeing a return on my investment. So you need to be able to save enough. So if your business is going to take 6 months for you to start making those sales, to start seeing those return, then you know that, okay, over this period of time, if you have staff or if it's on your own, you have bills to pay, whatever, you're going to need to save up this amount of money over this length of time. So having a clear, definite amount that you need to save in order to start your business is essential. But also having a clear, definite amount that you need in order for that business to run over a certain period of time is critical to starting and maintaining your business. Okay, so those are the things that I touched on. You need a target What is your target amount? For me, I have 3 different amounts that I've recorded. One of the persons that helped me to understand why I needed a clear, definite target was Earl Nightingale. Now, if you type his name into YouTube, you'll be able to see who he is and what he's all about. He's a motivational speaker, and he's helped a ton load of people, like millions of people, to understand how to achieve or how to get into that 1% of the most wealthiest people in the world. Now, I highly recommend you looking on his videos or listening to his recordings. Earl Nightingale, that is, again. So you have to have clear target amount. So how much is it that you need to start your business? How much is it that you need to effectively run that business? And for me, I also wrote down how much it is that I would love to see within this period of time. And what that has done for me is it's kept me on track. It's kept me focused. My target amount, what that is doing for me is help me again to stay focused. So I know that this is the amount that I want to achieve within this period of time. I have to do everything legally, humanly possible for me to achieve that amount. So yeah, that was this week entrepreneurial life update for you guys. You know, can you start a business with no money? And I hope that I've cleared that up. I hope that I've helped you guys to understand that, you know, it's not possible. And when people say that it is, they're not entirely being truthful. So again, I'm Kim, CEO of LLD Allen Queen Cosmetics. I hope that you guys found this video informative. I hope I didn't ramble too much. If you comment down below, tell me what it is that you guys would like to see next. Or you can tell me how this video was. It would be greatly appreciated. So until next time, why don't you continue to live, love, and dream from me here at LLD Allen Queen Cosmetics. Bye!